Back on HQ with some breaking news. The Dodgers have a deal in place to acquire Mookie Betts and David Price. That comes pending a medical. This news from our Jim Bowden. There could be a third team involved. The financials still being worked out. But Mookie Betts, David Price headed to L.A. in a blockbuster deal with a win-now mentality out of L.A. Here to break down what we know at this point, David Sampson. David, obviously still some things being hammered out here, but let's just talk big picture, these two ball players and what they mean to a team like Los Angeles. You're getting an arm and Price, maybe a little bit beyond his most strong years, but Mookie Betts, one of the best players in the game, headed to L.A. The strong get stronger. Your reactions when you see these two guys headed west?
Well, you're talking about a Dodgers team who went to the World Series, lost twice, and didn't make it last year. And you're talking about a team that hasn't won a championship since Kirk Gibson. They bring in a player, Mookie Betts, clearly probably behind Mike Trout, maybe even better than Trout, given that he's got playoff experience. Top one or two player in all of baseball. Make no mistake, this is a one-player trade. You've got Mookie Betts making the Dodgers a much better team, putting him in an outfield with Cody Bellinger. It's an outstanding move for a team that has always used money to really curry favor by taking bad contracts from other teams in order to get good players with them. And that's what the Dodgers did. David Price, we have to find out how much money the Dodgers are paying David Price. But the Red Sox are saving $27 million for Mookie, plus a percentage of Price's $96 million. Plus, what no one's talking about is they now will be under the luxury tax, and that is another huge savings for the Red Sox. So it's a very much a money deal for Boston.
I mean, we think about the analytics-driven decisions in Los Angeles. This one is apparently just go get the best player in baseball and let's get better. When Mookie Betts is added to your lineup, things obviously get easier. As you said, the 27-year-old do $27 million next season before becoming a free agent. Let's talk a little bit about what this means just for the vision in L.A., because they had their name in the hat on Harper. They had their name in the hat on Cole. They come up empty on those two, but you go out and get a guy like Mookie. What does this signify to you?
Well, when you think about the Dodgers, they have not signed since Andrew Friedman, their president of baseball operations, came from Tampa. They have not signed any free agent for more than $55 million. But if they're paying more than $55 million of David Price's money of the 96 he's owed, I'm going to count that as a free agent signing because Boston is so happy just to get rid of that money. Bringing in Mookie Betts on a one-year deal, if you could get Mookie on a one-year, $27 million deal as a free agent, you would make that deal. So the Dodgers then have to give up players in addition. We have to see who the players are. Rumored to be Alex Verdugo. There will be other players involved, but the Dodgers are operating from strength. When you've got a lot of money available where you can not just take on bad money, but replenish your farm system whenever you need to, you know that you're in a position to make deals like this. And when you haven't won a ring in 3 decades, it makes these decisions a lot easier.
Yep, green light. As you said, 32 years removed from a World Series title. Before we get you out of here, we will bring you the latest here on HQ as more news comes down, as the financials come to light here. But looking at this trade on the surface, Mookie Betts, David Price headed to Los Angeles, pending some medicals here. We know where it leaves L.A. right now. But let's talk Boston. Obviously, they're shedding some money here, looking like they're blowing things up. Is it done here, or do we continue to see them make moves, perhaps a Chris Sale, different arms, trying to even get further below that luxury tax?
No, I don't think you need to get any further below. Once you're below, your clock resets, and in terms of the penalties by being over the luxury tax year after year, the luxury tax threshold. For the Red Sox nation, I would tell you this is not a rebuild, right? When you have a team with the resources that the Red Sox have, you don't go into a rebuild ever. You go into a retool. So it's not as critical for the Red Sox to have gotten back the higher quality of players that maybe they would have gotten back from the Padres. But to do that deal, they would have had to have taken Will Myers' money and not gotten rid of David Price's money. So the Red Sox did this move purely financially, but they've got the ability to rebound much faster than a low-revenue team who takes years to rebuild. The Red Sox are only retooling.
I'm sure we'll have plenty more on this coming throughout the evening, as well as on the Nothing Personal show with David Sampson. David, we appreciate the time.
Take care. Thank you.
Plenty more coming. Mookie Betts, David Price headed to the Dodgers pending some medicals. We'll have more on this deal coming up, as well as sit down with many of those surrounding the deal and what the latest news is coming in. That's all coming up on HQ.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.